Alrighty, let's do this. Okay, so to recap, for when I upload this to YouTube at least, last episode we boarded the Excess Express after reuniting a gangster with his son-in-law and daughter. So now we're on the train for free in universe days, and theoretically it should be an easy, safe, uneventful trip. Completely uneventful. It will be sans events. Yep, so we're in cabin 5. Who's in here? Nothing to steal in there.
Hey, hello there. You know, I used to dream of one day getting to ride on this train. And now I finally got a ticket. Dreams do come true.
There are several gourmet food magazines here, and one of them is an issue devoted to the food on the Excess Express. There is a large photo of Chef Shimmy on the cover. His smile is just blinding. Oh, live your dreams. Guess these are the posher cabins. Well, hello there. You ducky? Debonair dish of a man, you? You're smashing, dear. Oh, wait. Well, hello there. You ducky, debonair dish of a man, you? You're smashing, dear. What's this? A witch? Well, people have certainly said I'm possessed of an enchanting aura. But you're the first person to remark so boldly on my witching beauty, dear. Hey, Kiara, how's it going? There are giant mounds of cosmetics inside.
Hey guy. Yeah, you know this, but I'm the absurdly famous movie star, Zip-Toes.
I'm gonna shoot this little multi-million-dollar art flick in Poshley Heights, yo. Oh, I only sign autographs for cute chicks. Sorry about that, guy. Okay. I mean, we have Gambella, we have Vivian, we have... There are several postcards and glossies featuring Zip Toad inside. Jeez, not this much. So, yeah, work, Kiara. The door may not be opened while the train is in motion. Sports. Ah, not too bad. I mean, as you might have seen from Twitter, I've spent the last few days finalising my first ever car that I actually own myself, unambiguously. Which is fantastic. Greetings, welcome to the Excess Express. I'm what is called the train engineer. Our opulent journey to Poshley Heights will take approximately 3 days. And how do you find your accommodations? Are they not incredibly splendid? Our furnishings delight the eye, but the sway of our locomotive delights all else. So let's hear it for the Excess Express. Huzzah, huzzah! Yep, So yeah, I've been to work this morning and took a nap, and now I'm awake and I'm streaming Paper Mario, living the dream. Okay, that is incredibly cool hair and I want it. I mean, not literally her hair, but you know what I mean. Welcome, welcome! This is the dining car where you eat and stuff. Some people take this train just so they can eat our yummy, fabulous food. And this trip we have a super famous actor on board. Zip Toad, oh my gosh! Oh, totally swooning. I hope he comes and here to eat soon. Hello, I'm Chef Shimmy, the culinary expert. Glad to make you complacent. I mean acquaintance. So sorry. Cheep is my first language, you know. Today's lunch is so amazing it'll make your tongue cry out in shame. Please do taste it so that my passion does not wither alone in a pot of loneliness. I know he's supposed to have an accent, but I'm not going to attempt it because no. Okay, can get all the basic stuff here. I'm sure the plot's around here somewhere. Ah yes, Goosey Pennington.
I'm on my way back home.
I've strayed so long, I've forgotten what it looks like. There are several detective novels here. Goosey Pennington walked so the frog detective could run. Just putting that out there.
Me, I have a very important deal to attend to once we arrive in Poshley Heights.
I'm travelling on business, so everything goes on my expense account, yes. Living the dream? There's nothing in here. I'm saying living the dream a lot. Maybe because I'm super happy about my car. Her name's Dapper D.
Oh, you're the champion of the Glitz Pit, are you not? Yes, the great Gonzales. Planned for Poshley Heights? Well, it is certainly a fitting place for a celebrity like you.
We're en route to Poshley Heights to buy a birthday present for little Bub here. My.
Yeah, I'm Bub. We're gonna get a birthday present for me, and it'll be cool. Aren't you jealous?
Incredibly, you little brat. Yoink. Hello to you, and welcome to the X6 Express. I'm the conductor of this train. And I trust you must be Mr. Mario from room 5? Make yourself at home, sir. What's that? Some sort of sticky, yummy threat? I see, good gracious me. If I hear anything else, I'll let you know immediately. Oh yeah, right, yeah, so Vivian's villainous older sister overheard we're headed to Poshley Heights, which is where this train is going. And sent a threat, so, yeah. Hello, what's all this then? Okay, time to remember what voices I was doing for everyone.
I thought I was going to have a nice lunch on my expense account. Rats. This is truly unfortunate. Almost tragic, really. Yes, I can say without the slightest hesitation that this smells like a case to me. What shall we call it? That is the question before us, yes. What to call it? Yes, the case of the pot of supper stew that vanished suddenly and mysteriously. Indeed, that would do nicely. My dear train passengers, this is a fully fledged mystery, one that impacts us all. What? A mystery? Mystery just said? Exactly what kind of dish is that? I'm known as Pennington, but you likely would not guess it, but I'm a detective. To be fair, that's not a deerstalker hat, it's sort more like a... Is that a newsboy cap? Played. Not bad. At the risk of immodesty, you might say I have a certain nose for these things. You have a beak. And this little conundrum, my dear fellow passengers, poses no challenge to me. Ooh. The central clue of this case, and also the most vital one as it happens, is that our perpetrator took the whole pot, stew and all, and this, esteemed friends, leads me to believe that the one responsible is you, you gluttonous woman! What? Me? Are you totally cuckoo? I have no idea what you're talking about. Pardon me, sorry. Please accept my apologies, my dear woman. I felt the need to practice my accusation skills, you understand? Yes, sorry. Gotta shake the tree and see what falls out, you know? Yep, there's any not wild joke in here. Oh well. Very good. Now let's get serious, shall we? This, I believe, will be a case worthy of my intellect. Yes. Let me get this straight. So, what we know so far is that we don't know who the culprit is, and I guess that's about it, right? Ah, this seems for total squares. Forget you guys. I'm going back to my room. You there. In a bit of a hurry to get back to your room, eh? You, sir, are highly suspicious. I've just broken this case. The true culprit, I believe, is Zip Toad, the actor. Zip Toad? The Zip Toad? No way, Mr. Detective Person. You're just making stuff up, you tweedy geezer. Tweedy geezer? Geezer? I can't say I deserve such a verbal thrashing, but, well, then who did it? Did do it? This puzzle deepens with every confounding step. A clue. There are traces of something on the carpeting. This looks like spilled stew on the carpet, doesn't it? Don't you think we can follow the drops to the thief, Mario? It might even be the same person who wrote that mean note threatening us. What makes me say that? If they're with my sister, she gives no lunch breaks. Okay. Well, let's hope the soup wasn't, well, this would be a hilarious pun if I could, remember the name of that soup you served cold. I mean, it was in Red Dwarf. Aha! Room number 3. Whoa, 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 what do you want? But sorry about that. Now, what were you just saying? A pot from the kitchen? Oh, I get it. Food gets stolen, you blame it on the chubby guy. Not nice. What? Drops a stew on the floor outside? No, I wouldn't know anything about that. No. People spill stuff. And there's nothing in the drawer, so no need to look. You won't find a thing.
There are several gourmet food magazines here. And one of them, read this. There is something under the magazines. How did that fit in there? You got a galley pot, an empty stew pot. This looks like it was licked clean.
Oh. I'm sorry, I aced it all. It was me. So, you were so enamoured of the stew that you wanted to steal it to devour more? And you stole the entire pot when the chef was chopping shallots. Answer.
Yes, that's right.
I'm so sorry, but it was a brief moment of weakness. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Justice has been served. Very satisfying. May this terrible crime never occur. And you, my dear sir? Yes, you have the unkempt facial hair. My keen sleuthing instincts identify you as the correct person to collar the ruffian. Now about that note in your room. Yes, I know of it. As the lone detective on this train, the conductor confided it in me. But we cannot speak here. Find me in room 6 so we may discuss this in private. Oh, and please return the pot to the chef if you could.
Oh, I hope he washes it. Sorry for causing all the commotion.
But man, that scoop was scrumdiddlyumptious.
I can't wait for dinner. I wonder who has to clean that out of the carpet then.
You found the bad guy? That's totally amazing. So, you found the beef? Oh wait, I mean the thief. I'm joyful. Ah, sir, you're the hero of my world. You've even bought my pot. It's empty, of course, but it's mine and I love it. Thanks to you, from me. Here is just a little taste of my powerful gratitude. Please fake it. Ah, must I butcher this language so shameful. Please take it, I mean.
Me when I try speaking Welsh or French. Oh, not bad.
Yes, about this thief. I'm actually pleased that he craved my stew enough to steal the entire pot. My heart is filled with no anger, but rather the warm broth of satisfaction.
Uh-huh. Okay, so cabin 6, was it?
Aha! I've been waiting. I was rather impressed with your work in this last case, I must admit. However, I do not think the one you apprehended us is our sticky, yummy malcontent. I have deduced from this lack of any incriminating clues in his room. In any case, I must say I believe you have a certain knack for detective work. So it is decided then, I shall take you on as my new assistant. To reiterate, my name is Pennington. I am a detective from Poshley Heights. I am known in some circles as the penguin with the improbably large brain. For a penguin. I am sure that you have heard of me, so that is all I will say on the subject. As for your name, wait. I demand you do not tell me. I shall deduce your identity. That moustache. That nose. Ho ho ho! All too easy. You, sir, are quite obviously the famed Luigi, are you not? No need to introduce yourself. I know all about the famous Luigi. Now, about this threat. our man has declared his intent to yummify the train. Sticky tasty explosion. That family of bombs. You're definitely suspect. Okay, microaggression much? Now, Luigi, we'll reduce this case to the rudimentary facts and deduce the truth. You have problems with the bombs? Oh, I guess it's evening now. Well, either that or my graphics card is as good as dead. I was looking forward to popping that stew on my expense account. Oh well, I'll just order the next most expensive thing in the dinner menu. Are you even listening? No, dear. We must think more about what I'm saying. He's our little bub. Little bub's future. His present, obviously. Do you hear me talking? Needs to be much more, so he needs something. Expensive and utterly gaudy. Useful, dear, not a toy. I mean, don't you think so? And that's why you must... Because that way, clearly, you just use your brain and you remember it longer. Just think just a little. And that's what you need. A bit harder on exactly... Okay, shouldn't have tried that. I think we should get Bub at the Advanced Learners Classic Series of Bombombery. 2 words. Cheap and boring. Think more luxurious, dear. Perhaps a car or a house. Bub is too small for such things, Goldbob. Stop thinking of your own social status. He needs something that will further his education, not spoil him. Honestly. I don't want any of the stuff they're talking about. Hey, mister. Are you a detective now that you quit being a champion? Well, so, think you can detect what I really want for my birthday? Really? Cool! Okay, if you bring me what I really want, I'll give you something in return. Okay then, here's a hint. It starts with an A. Got it? We must get him something that benefits the station of our family. I have my reputation to think of, Sylvia. Well, I still think we should get him the classic series of Bombombery. A clue in here, perhaps? Nothing? Okay, so... What do you get the boy who's going to have everything? I can hear everything about that family's fighting about loud and clear from here. One thing I heard that was cute. That boy dreams of being a train engineer someday. What an interesting dream for a rich little kid like that. Okay, so whatever it is, it's probably something the train engineer has. So how's everyone's evening going today anyway? Or whatever time of day it is for you. Okay. Running this train during the sunset is the high point of every day for me. So let's all hear it for the XX Express. Huzzah, huzzah! Okay, he isn't giving me anything useful.
You so totally bagged that chubby guy in record time. I was way impressed. Hey, come to think of it, I could use your skills. Could you help me? Really? Wow, so I lost these shell earrings that my ex-boyfriend gave me. And they're like full of memories and stuff. I really need them back. Could you maybe look for them or something? Please? Okay, so this guy here and a thing. I was really looking. Okay. Okay, here's your second hint. It's a certain person's autograph. Now you've got it, don't you? Ah. Well, this game was made like 15 years ago, so I guess it couldn't have been a Fortnite voucher or something. You just know from the save point there someone's going to take over the train.
You want my autograph, sir?
Oh, it's for little bub? Well, yes, of course. Here you are, sir. Uh-huh. You got an autograph. You autographed the Excess Express engineer. Gosh, I'd never been given out an autograph before. That felt fantastic. Aw. To be honest, I quite like the sunset effect. Switch the lights on because it's getting kind of dark in here. Okay, fair warning, this is probably going to be a short stream. So, did you bring me the thing I most want? Hey, yeah, bingo, mister. That's exactly what I wanted. You're a good detective. Here's something for you, just like I said. Oh, nice. Thanks for the autograph. I'll take good care of it, I promise. Hey, by the way, what's a detective anyway? Night time. Mr. Mario, I'm glad you spoke to me. I just remembered something suspicious. I found myself one blanket short when I was handing them out to passengers. I gave the last passenger my own blanket to make up for it, but it's vexing. I have exact blanket counts. It means someone came on board without a ticket. That stowaway might just be your suspect, Mr. Mario. Not only that, but if I don't get my blanket back, I'll be too chilly to sleep tonight. If you could just look for the unticketed passenger and get that blanket, I'd thank you. Call me Blanket P.I. Honestly, great, thanks. Well, I have to keep watch here, but I'll be waiting for the good news. I'm going to try and get all my paperwork done today so I can enjoy myself tomorrow. So, could you just stay out of my way for a while? Okay, still talking about that. What's this? There's an unticketed passenger? Just as I suspected. The conductor was one blanket short, huh? Then we are hunting a lone intruder. That would definitely rule out the family and cabin aides. Rudimentary, my boy. And that is the only hint I'll give you today, my sleuth apprentice. You must strike out on your own with a little nugget of investigative wisdom. Of course, I have other hints to share if I should choose. No, truly. For example, the unticketed passenger is without a doubt our yummy, sticky suspect. You know, the more I hear yummy sticky, the more it sounds like some sort of innuendo. I'm not sure how I feel about that. And now, if you please, I must begin to prepare the evening odours. Ah, no, curse this tongue of mine. I mean the evening boudoir. Boudoir? Okay, once again, I can't remember how to pronounce that. Welcome to the dining car. You're just the greatest. Thanks so much for agreeing to buy my shell earrings. You'd think there need to be more tables, but there you go. Okay, this one's empty. I heard some noises in the room next door a little while ago. Weird ones. But when I looked in there, it was empty. It was like, okay, that was freaky. Then when I came back, I heard the noises again. It really spooked me. Would you mind checking that room for me? Hello? Anyone here? Aha! Busted. So you found me. Well, as you see, I'm a ghost. I'm cursed to haunt this place. A blanket? Well, yes, the conductor did leave one here. He didn't realize that I'm a ghost. A yummy sticky fret? No, I left no such thing. I can't even hold physical objects like pen and paper. What? You just want the blanket then? Well, if I tell you where it is, well, if you do, I'll tell you where it is. If you do something for me, what do you say? Okay. All I need is your life! No, just kidding. Actually, I passed away in this cabin many years ago. But I think my luggage is still in the baggage car here. Inside my bag is a diary I kept since my earliest childhood days. And my fear that someone would find and read it has kept me tied to this world. I can't leave this room, so can you please find it and bring it here? If you do that, I'll show you where the blanket is. And don't you even dare read my diary, because if you do, ooh, hoo, 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 a horrible fate awaits you. Okay, that's me told then. Okay, it's time once again for TSM out, the ASM out. Don't know what it is about the dining car that causes the frame rate to drop, but yeah. Did you find it? What? A ghost? And he won't give you the blanket unless you get his diary from the baggage car? I see. Well, go on in. You didn't say no to ghosts. Yep, don't want them holding a grudge. Is that a diary? You got a ragged diary. The diary the ghost kept. You shouldn't read it. Fun fact, you can actually go into the menu and read it. Okay. Are we done here? Did you find the diary? Wonderful. I knew you would. Now I cannot leave my post. Please return the diary while I stay here. Though I would like to see what's written in it. Oh, you know what? I'll just show you. Might as well show you what happens if you do read the diary. As soon as I get to the save point. Read the diary? Oh, sure, what the heck. You may be cursed by the ghost. Do you want to read it anyway? Oh, sure, what the heck. I mean, think about this, okay? This could be really, really bad. You understand me? Oh, sure, what the heck. Month X, Day X, cloudy. I got on a train today, and on that train... You looked! Even though I told you not to. Now see what happens. And that's the end of Mario. Oh, they weren't tapping around, were they? Anyway. Did you find my diary? Yes, this is my diary. Very well. Your blanket is right here. You got a blanket. The conductor's blanket. Without this, he's freezing. You are very wise not to read my diary, friend. Ooh, hoo, hoo. If you had read it, you might be a spirit like me right now. And wouldn't that be awkward? But now I can go peacefully on from this world. Thank you so much. You'll probably never meet me again in this world. Very well. See ya. I must go now. My planet Oh. Well, actually, maybe not. I've been here so long, I've gotten kind of used to it. The wallpaper's so great. It's wallpaper. It's wooden furnished. The wallpaper's so great. Maybe I'll stay here just a little while longer. I can leave whenever, so that's all there is to it. Hoo hoo hoo. Okay then, bye. So wait, if he's a ghost, what the hell's Vivian? Welcome to the dining car. You're just the greatest. Oh wait, already read this. So, Mr. Mario, how'd it go? Oh, thank you so much. Now I'll be comfortable tonight. Of course, our yummy and sticky mischief maker is still at large. Oh, hey, before I forget, this is just a gesture of my thanks. Ooh, a mushroom. It's getting late, Mr. Mario. Perhaps you should turn in for the night. If anything happens, I'll report it to you immediately. Do not worry about a thing. For I am the conductor of the Excess Express. It's been hard keeping night watch lately. It was a piece of cake when I was young. Isn't that a mood? I see. So it was not, in fact, our yummy sticky suspect. Just as I suspected. The mystery deepens. It is getting rather late. Let us turn in and work on the case tomorrow. Oh, the item shop's closed. No items for me. I'm doing perp work for tomorrow's meals, which will be plates of glory. Ah, treacherous tongue. I'm doing prep work for tomorrow's meals. The kitchen is closed. Guess I missed the opportunity to find her earrings. Oh well. Well, sounds like we should get some rest and let the conductor watch over things. Wonder if we can hide and, no, guess not. Would you like to get to bed for the night? So, why do they need two beds when everyone just sleeps in Mario's pocket? Train voyage, day 2. I wonder if the ghost is still here. Yep, just vibing. Hello, good morning. Isn't the weather nice today? Days like today make me feel like I'm floating on air. I see what you did there. Hey, morning Mario. Have you been to the dining car yet today? I still can't believe I stole that pot of stew. It was like a bad chowdery nightmare. But thanks to that incident, the cook and I are pals now. Isn't life weird? Remember, kids, rob your idols and you might become friends with them. Well, hello there, you fine specimen of a man, you. You're marvellous, dear. You solved that rather tough little mystery, didn't you? Yes, very well done. You're so ruggedly smart. Perhaps you could help me with something as well. Oh, how absolutely lovely. Now listen well. I'm looking for a gold ring that I lost somewhere on this very train. Could you please hasten the search along for me, you boldly brilliant man, you? Okay, no one in here. Oh wait, zip-toed. Good morning to you, sir. Did you sleep well? We're making a stop at Riverside Station today. You'll love it, I assure you. I got mail. Report today. Local mystic Merlavie, age 25, was taken to the hospital today, followed quickly by hordes of concerned fans. Luckily, according to a spokesperson for the hospital, Merlavie suffered nothing more than a severe case of indigestion, caused by a wild binge of 8 shroom steaks. The divine diviner exclaimed that her aura was brimming with the power of steak. Okay. But this reporter can't help but wonder why she failed to predict the gastrointestinal adventure in the first place. Shop reporter go. This time, let's head to Keelhall Galleria. We're proud to toast the entrepreneurial spirit shown by the managerial team who brought free commerce to this deserted island. I really want to do something that had never been done, gushed the unsinkable proprietor and her former flight fan. So call me the Invincible Shopmaster. From now on, I'm 100% serious. Print that. We wish him all the success that he can grab with 2 hands and wrestle to the mat. Boo. Mail. Are you Mario? Did you get this email? Did you get this email? Look, technology freaks me out. So if you're not Mario, please destroy this email. Okay. But if you are, thanks for saving my captured friends. Oh wait. I figured I'd share a hot tip with you as thanks. So here it is. There's still lots of treasures in Creepy Steeple. Of course, knowing you've probably already found it all, so I'm so useless. Well, enjoying a not-so-useless adventure, the Creepy Steeple Boo. Is that a hint I see before me? Good morning. So, any chance you've seen my shell earrings anywhere? Hello. It is a good feeling today, isn't it? Friend of mine? Yes, a delicious day. They'll make food so delicious, you'll make the day mad. Ha ha ha. I wish I could do a French accent, but... Oh, not good, not good. If I don't find that thing, I'll be sacked for sure. Ah, my dear Luigi, your timing is impeccable. A new case has arisen. Now then, Mr. Businessman, please explain the facts to my assistant, Luigi. Okay, here's the deal. When I woke up this morning, my briefcase was gone. It contained all the contracts for our next deal, and even our new product prototype. If I don't recover it, I'll lose my job at the least. Now, calm yourself. The next part is vital, so tell Luigi very slowly. Of course. Our company's new product is nitro honey syrup. Used properly, it's an amazing product that can even raise the dead. But if mixed with the calcium from a seashell and a bit of gold... Okay, earrings, gold ring... Well then, the results are explosive. Okay, so, wait, they built the bomb with stuff they stole from the passengers instead of just building the bomb? The resulting goo blast would immobilize everyone in here in a sticky yet yummy shellac. If it's fallen into the wrong hands, well, I could lose more than my job. Let's examine these facts, shall we? Someone has stolen your briefcase. Though you definitely had it yesterday. And the train has not stopped at all in the intervening time. Must have been the railway tracer. I have it! Rudimentary, my dear Luigi. Rudimentary. The thief is still on the train. Ha! Luigi, as you've spoken to the waitress and the lady in cabin 2, they have both lost something on this train. The waitress lost shell earrings, and the lady, Toodles, lost a gold ring. Luigi, if the same person who stole these objects also has the nitro honey syrup, they could make this goo blast. They could carry out the threat in the note. So it's simple, Luigi. You must find that thief. We must apprehend the suspect before this dastardly plan is put into effect. Oh dear. Oh yep, that's the mouse guys. Top of the morning to you, Gonzales. I'm afraid you saw us arguing at our worst today. I feel rather ashamed. Little Bub here has been in high spirits since yesterday. I wonder why he's so happy. Good morning, mister. Thanks for the autograph yesterday. Hello, Detective Mario. I saw no one suspicious during the night. We'll be stopping at Riverside Station today. Around dusk, I believe. Right, so, like I said, today was going to be a short stream, so I think about an hour's about right. So yep, sorry it's not long, it's been a bit of a crazy week for me. Did you see? Ziptoad came to last night's dinner. But I really have to say, he's like way cuter on the big screen. Maybe they all are. So yep, I'm gonna just go save and call it here. Thanks everyone for watching. hopefully on Monday we'll be doing a bit of a longer stream. Starting, of course, at 6 o'clock BST instead of late. I hope everyone has a good weekend. And we'll just find someone to raid. If Twitch decides to load. Okay, we've got... Here's Curseness, Invisible Girl, Talia May. Yeah, I think Talia May. Oh, Talia May. Well, let's get going then.
Sure, whatever. Oh. Handmade Enfield Poncho. Let's compare the pair.